I got a Glock in my Rari. Hey guys, what's up? Today's knife review that I will be doing. Wow, I didn't even do my intro. Hey guys, it's Knife Nerd here, back with a new knife review. Today's knife that I will be reviewing is the Glock fixed blade. Yes, it is made by Glock, and Glock right there, that's their logo. This is such a great knife. Let me just start off with saying that. I probably say that with most of my knives, but this is one of my favorite fixed blades. It is made out of mostly plastic, which might not be appealing to lots of people. One thing that I didn't really like was to me, when I have a sheath for a fixed blade, or like a folding knife, like a little pouch, I like leather sheaths. I will admit, I'm not really a big fan of Kydex sheaths, but whatever. This knife is acceptable. I love it. Apparently, there's a hole there for drainage of if any water gets in there. There's also a lanyard hole. This knife is such a good knife. I'm pretty sure, like, military grade. I'm pretty sure. That's what the guy told me at the store. He could be lying. And as you can see on this knife, there is wear and tear. Look at that. Look at that disgusting filth. With me, if I see any dirt on my knives, I'm like scrubbing it for a few minutes, you know. But this one, I don't know. This is my user, I guess. There's some dirt there too on that side from cutting wood and cutting stuff in the forest. And this is what I take fishing to, like, cut some wood to make a little fire. But yeah, it's a great knife. It looks like a swedge. There is a swedge, but it's not sharpened. Oops, sorry. It's not sharpened, it's flat on the top. This knife didn't come sharp. Okay, and it didn't come that sharp. It did come, like, if I were to run my finger up the blade, like, pushing on my fingers when my fingers went white and I went like that, it would cut me. But it didn't come to the sharpness that I would have liked it to. So, what I mean by that is, for instance, the Ontario Knife Company, that fixed blade came ridiculously sharp. It came so sharp, I didn't want to even, like, feel the edge to see if it was sharp. So before I went to the forest again, and I was going to use this knife, I went to the flea market, and I bought a little sharpener. I'll probably do a review on that one day in the future. It's a great sharpener, but it is cheap. I will say that. It is small, it is cheap. I think I paid $5 for it. Just not that good. But it does put a good edge on these knives. I don't have paper on hand. I don't know. I just did a video just before I did the Ontario Knife Company fixed blade and the Pilot Survival Knife, and I was saying in the video that I didn't have paper, and I forgot it again. That sucks, but that's okay. If you look on the blade, it says made in Austria, like near Germany, and it says Glock 78. So this is a great field knife. That is the model 78. I didn't pay anything for it. See, I told you guys that I make paracord stuff, and I make these paracord ribbons. So I make, like, breast cancer ribbons, any cancer ribbons. I make military, like the yellow ones for the military supporting our troops. I make all sorts of paracord stuff, lanyards and everything. So I went to this one army guy, Port Credit, and I said, you know what, I'll trade you something. And I was actually looking at the Kershaw trimmer. I wanted that knife. And I go up to him and I said, you know, I'll trade you for this. And he's like, oh, you know, I don't know. It was like a $30 knife. And like, he was kind of complaining about it. And this was a $50 knife. But I talked him into giving me this one. This is back before I had my Ontario, my Pilot Survival's knife. Because I was looking at that one, I'm like, wow, it's such a nice knife, I wish I could get that, but he's only saying up to $50, you know, and I did want the trimmer, but I'd rather get more, like, a better quality knife for the stuff that I was giving him. So I gave him my paracord stuff, and I got this. Such a great knife. So comfortable in the hand. Perfect size. I do have big hands. Perfect size. Perfect size blade. I absolutely love this straight blade. It's long. It's just a great knife. Great for chopping and batoning wood. Such a good big blade that it's good for chopping wood. The length of it, overall length, is 12 inches. And I'm just trying to see how long the actual blade is. And it doesn't say. Sorry about that, guys. Well, let's see. I don't know. But it's just an overall great knife. I use this thing and I abuse this thing and I put it through testing. And like I said, I don't really like testing knives, but this one I trust. You know, I was scared to use other knives to do batoning. I didn't want to break my knife. I was afraid that my blades would snap. I don't even know where that came from, but I guess my OCD came in with that. But I got over my little phobia, and I started using this knife, and this is a great knife for 50 bucks. Actually, well, if you were to go on, let's say, like some sites on the internet, they can go up to 100 and like 35 bucks, something or like in that range. But if you shop around, and that's one suggestion I will say, shop around before you go get a knife. If I were to see this in any store, I'm not going to directly buy it like right that second. I'm probably going to search it up. I'm going to see how much it's worth, see what it's how much is like a good price to pay for it. That's what I do. I just shop around. I do like the belt loop, okay? Most knives, like with leather sheaths, this is one thing that I do love about the sheath. With leather sheaths, you have to put it through the hole, and it has to be before you put it on your belt. With this knife, what you do is you see that there's that notch. You push it sideways and pull it out. So now you can clip it onto the belt, and all you do is push it sideways, hook it over, and lock it in place. That's how simple it is. What a great design. I love that. Another thing that I love is that there is a notch where the sheath little clip that locks it in goes into. As you can see, there's like a little thing at the bottom that clips into it. And it does have a good snap. Like, listen to this. It does snap in good. It's secure. Good. It does rattle. No, it doesn't. Actually, it's pretty good. Snaps in good. But what I do like is that you can actually use both sides. On both sides there are notches. So for right or left hand carry, I guess, whatever you use. But I have no complaints whatsoever for this knife. I absolutely love this knife. If I can go back in time, and I would buy it again. I would actually spend my money to buy it this time. You know, I love this knife. I think if you're gonna go for a fixed blade that you're actually gonna use, spend a little bit more money. You know, and that's coming from a kid. Well, I'm not really a kid. I'm a teenager. But like that, I don't have hundreds of dollars to be spending on knives. You know, I think it's ridiculous that people spend $700, $800 on one knife. You know, and I've seen that before. It's crazy, but the knife is really nice. But would I actually pay that? Probably not. Actually, I probably would not. It's a knife addiction, I guess. But I don't think I would, though. I think the most money that I've spent on a knife, actually that my dad spent on a knife for me, was $150, I think, for my Spyderco NX2 translucent blue, which I don't think I did a review on it, and I should do a review on that. I'll probably do that one next, maybe. I don't know. But like I said, I love this. They have the different versions with the saw. It's like a saw blade on the top, so it's for sawing down like wood or whatever. But I don't think that's necessary. I think the blade is great. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. This is a biased review because I do love my knives. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate all your support. I hope everyone, please, just go and subscribe. Go check out my friend at, what's it called? Wow, I can't believe I forgot it. Canadian Cutting Edge. Go check him out. You know, he did comment on my thing, and he is right. We need to stick together. And please, guys, just we should all come together as like an American community, but have a Canadian community. That's what I think we need to do. I would love. It would be pretty awesome if I saw that Cutlery Lover had commented on my video. I will not admit, I would love that. He's the one who's got me started with knives and my knife addiction, so I do blame him for it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm really love my knives. But anyways, guys, it's already over the 10-minute mark. Thank you for joining me again, and have a great day, guys. Peace.